Hi, my name is Amber Frey. I teach third grade math, science, and health, and I wanted to share a little bit with you about why I love using DreamBox in my classroom. Now, I have two classes, my homeroom with 25 students and another class with 25 students. In my homeroom, it was easier to implement DreamBox as a bell ringer or warm-up activity, sometimes supported with rotation work, and for both classes, I use it as an early finisher option as well. With my other class, my non-homeroom kids, I primarily used it as a rotation as that's where I had the time. Now, I did try and give my students the 20 minutes a day, 5 days a week to use DreamBox. Now, at the beginning of the year, I did see from September into October, November, significant growth with my students. And to be honest, I didn't expect it because I had never used DreamBox before. And my other coworker who teaches math, science, and health in third grade had heard about it, but also had never used it. And I was able to see growth from students who maybe weren't growing as much in the classroom with sort of traditional paper pen or pencil, and seeing these students get through, kindergarten, first grade, second grade standards and jump to third grade standards when I had, above grade level kids still on second grade standards, or even just the DreamBox Learning Unit lessons. It really showed me that this is a great tool to utilize for below, on, and above grade level kids. Now, when I saw how excited these students were to complete these lessons and, be what we used to call officially third graders, where they did not have any Common Core K first or second standards to finish, or K first or second DreamBox learning units to finish. So they were officially third graders for real. And with that, what I did is I implemented a clip chart. Now, every 2 weeks, I started this after winter holiday. So every 2 weeks, I would see for both students, throughout the weeks, they would move their clips up. It started at one lesson, and then I ended up having a 30+ lesson at the top. And students every few days would get to move their clip, and they were so excited to beat their personal goals that they were setting for themselves, as well as, beat their peers and how many lessons they were able to complete. And then I also implemented that in each class, the top lesson completer would get a free math homework pass that they could use at their leisure. And I do really think that them seeing their own growth and, getting to be third graders, it really pushed them to work harder in class on regular assignments and paper pencil assignments I posted in Google Classroom. It was to the point that when we'd have free time and I'd give them these options, they'd choose DreamBox. And I think knowing that there's, a similar sort of role-playing math game that you may or may not know of, they loved that as a reward. But when we started these DreamBox sort of competition, they chose DreamBox, and they still do. I do think, we are seeing a little bit of a downplay with the app from students at home right now. And so my coworker and I talked, and we did decide to implement sort of commending these students as like a thank you for continuing to use DreamBox at home. And over the last 2 weeks, since I've been giving these shout outs on the Google Classroom, students have significantly started playing more. They are completing more lessons. There's more students completing lessons. And I really love that I'm still able to get these kids who need this, additional support from home, exactly that through DreamBox. And honestly, we're all bummed about distance learning and for different ways. We miss our kids. We miss the normalcy of it. But it's nice knowing that there is additional support for my below, on, and even above grade level kids, that I can still, assign these lessons to them. Those last few lessons to get them from first to second or from second to third grade, and to still have those victories with them as a class on our Google Stream, where we, they comment to each other, they're still supporting each other. And honestly, I am really excited that we're still able to use DreamBox, and I hope that our district keeps it for many years to come.